Yeah, we're live.
Yay!
Yay! Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my beautiful audience, wherever you're watching from. Today is another Go Live day when I bring one of my business partners in this online business to share their experiences with you and their journey. So today I have this beautiful damsel from British Columbia in Canada. Like we told you, we always say that our business is worldwide, is global. So I have this beautiful lady, a business partner, a successful one for that matter, from Canada. She's here today to share her journey and her experience. And we learn from all the guests that I bring in. My name is Ifoma Ifanyezuku. It hasn't changed. I still remain the same, the owner of this page and the host for this program. So, like you all know, I am married with three beautiful children. My husband and I live in California, in USA. I am a civil servant. I work with the state government and an entrepreneur, an online entrepreneur. So I am going to introduce my guest. I have briefly. Her name is Evangeline. Evangeline is a wife and a mother of four beautiful. You can see how beautiful she is. Her children are just a carbon copy of her. She has four beautiful children. She is a wife. She is also a successful online entrepreneur. And she is a civil servant. She works with the provincial government in Canada. So we are all doing this as side hustles. But I will let, before I go any further, I'm going to let Evangeline give you a full introduction of who she is. Over to you, Evangeline.
Thank you, Ifioma. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me on your page, to all your followers, to all of the people who are watching right now and on the replay. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Like Ifioma said, my name is Evangeline de Torres Vicet. You can call me Jolene. I'm originally from the Philippines. I've been living in Canada for 15 years now. I have, like Fiona said, I have four beautiful kids. So, and yeah, it's been amazing. I'm so grateful that I really found this online business.
Thank you, Evangeline. We are all grateful to have come across this wonderful business. We're all wives, not all of us, but most of us are wives and mothers, either grown up children or grandchildren, but we are all parents, fathers and mothers. Everybody is in this business, single, married, divorced, everything. We are all here. We do not discriminate. But before I continue, I want to acknowledge Monica. Monica is here and she's excited to be watching us. So Evangeline, can you tell us, we all have different reasons why we come into this business. We all have different ways how we found the business. I've heard so many stories, different stories from all the people I have been interviewing in the past. Now I want to hear your own story. I can't wait.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, so I found this business through my coach. I actually know her personally. We live in the same town, and like actually 2019, she sent me the webinar link. But at the time, I wasn't ready. Like I felt like, okay, I'm gonna see first how she's gonna do with the business, right? It's pretty early, and I was so busy. I was pregnant with my youngest too at that time, and I said to myself, maybe not this time. And then a couple of years later, I saw her. She used to have three jobs and she quit her job, all her jobs. And she was a single mother at the time with two beautiful kids. So I started wondering, like, what are you doing? And then she went back to school, just running her online business. And I was like, I was really like curious, like, what are you doing? And at that time, I was looking for like a side hustle too, something that I could do without sacrificing my time with my family. I used to do babysitting before. I used to do food delivery before. I used to clean buildings too before. So But when I saw her post and I actually messaged her, I said, I was so embarrassed. Hey, so what are you doing? I'm curious. So, and then she sent me the link to the webinar and said, this is Ate's big sister in the Philippines. And she said, okay, you can watch this webinar and you can decide if this is for you or not. Just that. And I said, okay. So I watched it and I was blown away. I said, oh my goodness, I didn't know this is a possibility because I'm always used to a side hustle that I have to be physically there all the time. And I was having so much guilt already because I'm working full time, 8 hours, I'm away from my kids. And then, if I do another side hustle, there's additional hours away from my kids. So I said, okay, I need to do something online. And she sent me the link, and the rest is history. And the reason why I wanted to have a side hustle too, if I can add, is obviously immediate is my immediate family, right? My 4 kids, raising kids is very expensive, especially here in Canada. And then my husband's job, he works as a welder, so sometimes, like, it's very inconsistent. Like the job, sometimes there's lots of jobs, sometimes there are none, so it's very, sometimes it's stressful. And then, yeah, I love my job so much. I like the people I work with. The only thing is I realize that we need to find another stream of income. Like I said, I'm originally from the Philippines. I have families back home. I want to be able to visit them. And having 4 kids, a family of 6 traveling, it costs us like 20 grand just flying plane tickets. So it's very expensive. And me and my husband doesn't want to go on trips and then use our credit cards and come back with so much debt, right? So it's not an enjoyable experience for us. So it takes us years sometimes to be able to go home. And that's heartbreaking because I love my family, I miss them. And just to add another one is, 10 years ago, my dad passed away. At that time, I was a single mom. And at that time, I had to choose if I will send money for his medical expenses, or or I have to be here in Canada because I really want to visit him. But then financially it was so tight, and he passed. I wasn't able to see him before he passed away. So until now, 10 years after, I still feel that pain. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional already. But, it's hard when you don't have enough to go home and see your family. So it just stayed in me. Like, I wish I have so much, I wish I have extra money that anytime I can go home, anytime I can help out with medical expenses, with family who needs help. So yeah, so basically it's my family, my immediate family, all the people that I care about, that I wish I can help them, that we have some options. We can have another stream of income. Even if we have a full-time job, we can still do this on the side, start building our, another income for ourselves, and and have more goals for ourselves, for our family, for the people we care about, for the ministry we want to serve. So yeah, that's it.
Whew, your story is very touchy, and I'm sorry you felt emotional. It's natural, though. It's natural. We are in the same boat. When my dad died, I was already in the United States, and I couldn't go home because I couldn't
Yeah.
afford it. So it's a common story, especially with immigrants. To find themselves having so many jobs to be able to meet up, and you still don't meet up. Like you said, raising children in these countries are very expensive, paying bills and all that. So you find yourself working long hours, doing two, three jobs, not being there for your family, and having a nanny if you can afford it.
Yeah.
Nannies are equally expensive, very, very expensive. Taking care of your kids, and you not being there, you are not imbibing the values that you cherish in your kids because somebody else is doing that on your behalf. It is painful, but that is the reality of our lives, especially as immigrants. So I have a similar story with yours because I also had a job that was taking my time, taking me away from the children, taking my husband was in the same industry, taking us away from the children. My nanny was the one raising the children. And my job, my schedule was so ungodly. I had to leave my house by 3 a.m. every day. And sometimes I worked 16 hours at a stretch. And so One morning I was stepping out. I will usually tiptoe not to wake up the kids. I had gone into the garage, turned around to close the door, and I saw my 5 year old then, and I was shocked that he was awake at that time. And he said, Mom, where are you going? I said, I'm going to work. He said, it's night. I said, I know, but this is my schedule. And he said, Mom, quit the job. That coming from a 5 year old really touched me. Before then, they have all been complaining, Mom, you don't play with us, you don't have time with us. You know how you work, you come back, you're very late, you're very tired. They're trying to tell you what happened during their day, and you're just too tired to listen. You just want to be left alone. That was what I was going through. And at that point, I decided I have to do something. I have to do something before I lose my kids and my family. So that's how I got into this business, and I'm happy I did. So, moms, we are all moms and we're all experiencing the same thing. But there's something so I have noticed, moms have been career people, one pursuing their careers in the office, wanting to get at the top of their careers and all that. But in recent times, especially with the internet, I have seen a surge in women entrepreneurs. What do you think is responsible for this, in your opinion? Why are women, especially moms, becoming online entrepreneurs at the rate at which they are doing it?
Yeah, no, it's really exciting time for moms right now because before, like I said, we're used to having traditional jobs or side hustles, and it's like really mom guilt will hit you so bad. But with the advent of the internet, it's more flexible now. Like we can run our business while the kids are napping, while they're sleeping, while they're playing at the park. We can we can check on our phones. It's very powerful. Right now, we can leverage the internet to really earn income, earn additional income without sacrificing our time with our kids, with our family. And that flexibility is so powerful. Sometimes, like I said, we're raised to be traditional workers and employees. So having that and it gives you freedom to like run your own business at your own pace, at your own time, and you can scale it up to whatever you want. So it's up to you if you want to make it big or just slowly building your business on the side. It's entirely up to you. No one will tell you, oh, you're getting slow or you're getting too fast, or so there's so much power now and empower. So I'm so proud. I'm so happy that this empowered us women to have to earn more, to help our family more, and to go for our goals. And that's just with the use of the internet. So yeah, I'm excited. These are exciting times for me. I believe it's a good thing. We just have to make sure that we're using the internet wisely and really connecting with people, because moms are so great at connecting to, like, our business, right? Like if not for this business, I will not be able to meet you, to meet our
Yeah.
amazing accountability group. And we are very like-minded. We have the same goals for our family. We're from different countries, different nationalities, different culture, but guess what? We have the same goal, and it's for our family, it's for the people we care about. And that, for me, really, this internet gave us that kind of power.
Thank you so much. Before I continue, I want to acknowledge Grace, Samara, Virginia, Skylar. Um, we appreciate your time. We love
Thank
the
you.
fact that you are with us. We appreciate all the comments you're making. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you. Thank you. We
Thank
love you.
you.
So I quite agree with you. The benefits of leveraging the internet as a mom, it's quite huge. It's uncountable. Moms are the makers of home, right? And so when you are out there working, most hours you're away from your family, you come back home, you start the job at home, which is not easy. You are stressing yourself so much that stress, we all know, is not good for us. And moms are stressed out with working outside, working at home, trying to coordinate everything. You are the doctor in the house, you are the nurse, you are everything. So this gives us that opportunity to help ourselves, to take care of ourselves, when you're home, you don't have to drive that number of minutes or hours to work and spend 8 hours outside. And with this business, you can be anywhere and still be doing your business. You can go to your grocery shopping, and you're responding to inquiries and all that. It is amazing. It is wonderful. Whoever discovered internet, uh, God bless him.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. God bless him. You don't know what you have done for us. So, as a mom who is leveraging the internet, you know, one of the moms leveraging the internet to change their lives. Can you share your journey with us?
Yeah, for sure. At first, it wasn't easy. I have, like, last year I joined the business, and I would say I was a little skeptical when I first joined the business. I was skeptical of the business. I was skeptical of myself. Like, I had to really work on myself last year, because you have this limiting beliefs that, can I do this? Can I be a good entrepreneur? Like, what if I fail? Like, what are the people gonna talk to me, like, tell me or comment on me? Like, there's just so much that I have to deal with myself last year, until I finally reflect on what's important to me, until I finally took the time, like, Chilene, what are you afraid of? You have your family, you have so many big dreams for them. What's stopping you? So until this year, I really promised myself to really push to have a breakthrough in this business, because I believe that, no one else, like this naysayers, like I said, I mentioned that in my post a few days ago, that, this naysayers, if in case, and you will have one, that's for sure. You can't stop. Not everyone will like you, and that's okay. But if you know that what you're doing is, you're genuine, you really want to help people, you have so many people you want to help your family, and you want to have more time and financial freedom for them. So why would I care what would they say? They will not pay my bills. They will not send my kids to the university. They will not pay for my plane ticket to the Philippines. If they're willing to do that, then yes, they have a say in what I'm doing. But since they don't, I just have to embrace it, to really. And I'm so glad that, I always say this, I'm so grateful for this business, for my coach, my mentor, to the whole community, to you guys, because so many people are helping me develop that confidence. This is not, before I was so shy, I was so afraid, I was like, but right now is, it doesn't bother me much anymore. I'm still nervous, to be honest, but it's part of the journey, and I love it. The personal growth this business has taught me is just priceless. The people, the relationships, and the financial benefits, where else can you find it? It's just everything. As a mom, it's very important that we find what we like. But I truly wake up every morning and excited to do the business. But think of me before. I wasn't. Like, I am not a business person. I hate going into business. I hate taking risks. But because of this business, it allowed me to really tap into my potential and just to grow with the people that matters to me too, like you guys. So I'm just grateful. This is just a beautiful journey for me. So I'm loving every moment of it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. When you said you are not a business person, I made a video on this.
Yeah.
Uh, I made a video on this, which I will soon be posting to our page so that you will see it. Because I have encountered a lot of people who tell me the same thing. Oh, I'm not a business person. And I'm like, how do you know what you're capable of doing if you don't try? You have a lot of potentials. God has blessed you with so many potentials. It is for you to tap into those potentials. Do not close up yourself. Do not tell yourself, oh, I cannot do this. You can do whatever you set your mind on. The only thing you need to do is change your mindset. Once you change your mindset, then you can see that there are millions of opportunities, doors opened for you, and you can do whatever you want. God has bestowed you with that ability to do whatever you want to do. It's we are the people who are caging ourselves and holding ourselves either out of fear or out of shyness or just not wanting a change. Yes, we want a change. We want to live big lives. We want to live our dreams, but we do not want to take that step because we don't, like you said, don't want to take a risk. But risk is a part of life.
Yeah.
Failure is a part of success. If you do not take a risk and do not fail in one thing or the other, you will not learn. Failure is there for you to learn from. It's not everybody that fails, but if you fail, it's not a problem. You can always learn from your failure and move on. That's why we are human beings. So you're not alone. We all went through skepticisms. We all went through fears of the unknown, but the bold ones took that step. Especially if you are hungry for something. If you are hungry for something, you don't want anything to stop you. Not even the naysayers can stop you. Nobody said no to me. I didn't. Let me tell you something. My husband didn't even know what I was doing. Yes,
Yeah.
because I didn't want him to say no to me. So I had done everything, paid my 149 before I even mentioned it to him. At that point, there was no going back. I told him, I said, look, this is what I'm doing. I have gotten to this stage. And he was like, no, I said, this is what I want to do. I have done all my research. I've done my due diligence and everything. He had no idea what I was doing. I didn't discuss it. So I wasn't even ready to listen to any no
Yeah.
from anybody. I
Yeah.
had gone fully into the business before anybody around me even knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
So I am not interested in what people are saying. I'm interested in what I want and what I am feeling.
Yeah.
Those people are not coming to feed me or feed my children, you
Yeah.
know.
True.
So keep your opinion to yourself. I'm an adult. I know what is good for me and what I want to do. So I want to use this word to encourage people who are out there who are either shy or afraid of failure or afraid of taking risk. Do not be afraid. It's natural, though. I can't say do not be afraid. It's natural to be afraid, but do not let your fear hold you back from your future, from achieving your dreams. Almost all of us, more than 90% of us in this business didn't have an idea what we were going into. But today we are happy for it. Like she said, we have gained so much, not just financial. We have friends that we couldn't have met. We have developed personally. So there is so much to gain from this business, especially if you are a mom or a parent. This is an opportunity for you to build wealth, generational wealth for your children. So, Jaline, before I end this, I don't want to drag it for too long. I want you to take a few minutes and sell yourself in your native language.
Wow, thank you. Thank you for letting me do that because yeah, it's not yeah, so mga kababayan ko sa Pilipinas and sa abroad, alam ko na sometimes akala natin, we go to a different country and life will be easy. Pero we were shocked na nagugulat tayo minsan na hindi pala ganun kadali yung buhay sa ibang bansa and it's expensive. The cost of living is very expensive. So I just want you to take a look kung encourage ko kayo na, take a look at this business. It might work for you, it might not. Pero why not, 'di ba? Don't be afraid to check it out. Kasi it's your family's life. Pamilya niyo yung nakataya dito. Dreams niyo for your family. It's not about other people. Huwag niyong isipin yung sasabihin ng ibang tao kasi hindi naman sila yung makakatulong sa inyo para gawin lahat ng dreams niyo. Sorry, nagtataglish ako. I'm speaking in Tagalog English. So anyway, so yeah, inaanyayahan ko kayo mga kababayan ko na kung if you think na kailangan nyo na ng change sa family, financially, personally, make that first step of checking it out. Do your due diligence. Hindi kami nandito para convincing kayo, but it's up to you. You know that you're smart, you can make this decision on your own. And nandito lang kami para i-guide, mag-share ng information, to provide value. But the decision is still up to you. So, and in the end, you will see the kind of people you get to work with. I'm just gonna speak in English because this is very important to me too, and I'm sure that people can relate. The kind of people that you will meet in this community is just amazing. They're the most humble, kind, positive people, and I'm just blown away because you can't find that in so many places, even in workplaces sometimes. But in this community, there's so much positivity and hope that we stopped dreaming. I personally stopped dreaming for a while because I thought our lives will be just paying bills and die, and like retire after 20 years. But because of this business, I become hopeful again. Like I start doing my vision boards. Like few days ago, remember, if Yoma, we shared our vision boards, and that is powerful. Like dreaming again, dreaming big again is very crucial for us to grow as a person. And when you do that, you inspire your kids, you inspire the people around you, you inspire your community because they can see growth in you. So it's up to you. If like I said, if you're happy with your life, good for you. But if you're not, take the time, take the chance, take the risk because it's only you who can make that difference in you and your family's life. So salamat po mga kababayan. And again, iniimbitahan namin kayo to attend the webinar. We have a free webinar. Maybe if Yoma can say more about it. So salamat.
I don't know what you said, the ones you said in your language, but I know that they are powerful. I know they are powerful. So before I call it a day, I also want to recognize Pauline Sandrine. I hope I called your name very well. If I didn't, please forgive me. I hope I pronounced it correctly. I also want to acknowledge Audrey Segara. Ladies and gentlemen who tuned in to this conversation, we do love you. We appreciate your time. We are very grateful that you're able to join us. We know you are very busy with some other things, but you found out time to join us. So we appreciate you. Thank you so much. So I'm going to call it an end. It's already 29 minutes past. So
Or
we want to keep to our 30 minutes.
yeah, do you want to invite them to our webinar, if
Yeah,
Yoma?
a
So
timeline. So I'm going to use the next second to invite everybody. If you're watching us today and you're not a part of this community, please keep a date with us on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time, and I think it's 8
8 p.m.
p.m. Eastern
Yes.
Standard Time. On Tuesdays and Thursdays every week, we have a free webinar. You don't have to pay. Just register on any of the websites you're seeing on the screen here and be a part of that webinar. That is where you can ask questions live, and people are there to give you the response. Whatever you have heard and you have been thinking about, is it this, is it that? Ask that question. Come with your barrage of questions. You have highly qualified professionals in this business there who will answer your questions. Please don't forget, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. PST. So we are going to call it a day. And we want to thank you so much for being a part of this. From Jolene is goodbye from me. And from Jolene,
Thank you. And yeah, thank you guys for taking the time to watch our live. Yeah, feel free to message us if you have any questions. This is an amazing opportunity. So yeah, we pray that we become a blessing to you guys and we provide value to you through this interview. So thank you.
okay, I have a message from Pauline. Pauline says, I want to join. Pauline, you're looking at two website addresses on the screen. Jolene's address and my address on the screen. Write down whichever one you want to join. Any one of us you can join, and register on that website to watch our free webinar. And we will get whoever you register with, will get back to you definitely. You can do that right away. This is a life-changing opportunity, and we are grateful that you are going to
Thank
join.
you,
Welcome to
Pauline.
the
And we
group.
welcome you in advance.
So just write down the address like we said, and we will see you on the outside. So thank you, everyone. We bless you. We thank you, and we want to say goodbye. Next week or next 2 weeks, whenever it is, we will going to see you again. Bye bye.
Thank
We
you,
love you.
Fioma. Thanks, everyone.